What is up, everyone? It's me again, Gamerlush, with a returning episode of my first shot with Path of Exile. Now, I'm pretty sure maybe a good hand of you might have heard of this game, but if not, this game has been developed and been brought to the spotlight about 2 years ago, I believe. This is made by Grinding Gears Game, and what's breaking down to, what is this game? It is Diablo, but I believe a more successful predecessor to 2 than 3 was. Now, that's a bold statement to claim, but before I go on and explain why, let's go ahead and take my first shot with, guys, cheers. Alright, let's go ahead and log in. Well, the first game, this game is quite good looking, I have to say. The aesthetic-wise is very dark and gloomy, like the second Diablo was, to where a lot of people complain that in the third Diablo was a little bit more upbeat and less gloomy, like the world was in peril. But this one, let's go ahead and log in. Now, of course, you can go ahead. I've already create 3 characters already, just to give them a try. You know.
Attention, prisoners! For your crimes against Ariath, you have been exiled to the forsaken continent of Rayclast. The Majesties of Ariath are merciful and have granted all exiles one weapon. Choose wisely. Ariath has bestowed a gift upon you, a chance to redeem your crimes, a new life. Do not squander it.
So there you go. Basic breakdown. You've your war criminals or your criminals set in a fantasy era. And of course, you have 6 classes. I think there's a 7th class, is Scion, but I'm not sure how to unlock that. I probably missed that one. But of course, it's your bog standard types of classes that you usually find in most fantasy games. Like here is a Templar, mostly known Paladin. They all it's very interesting. They have all unique story and stuff like that. Why they were here in the first place. The Shadow, of course, the Thief. The Marauder, the Warrior. He even says his first word, I am a warrior. The Ranger, of course, that's pretty self-explanatory. The Duelist, I believe this is more like a...
Was I supposed to bear such insults with an action simply because of his high birth?
I'm not really sure what this class, I think it's supposed to be more of a light, quicker attacker, less worried about like getting behind people. But I believe that he uses magic as well, and then of course there's the Witch, who's your classic mage type character.
If only they had listened to their
and she floats, and I have still yet to found a spell that makes my person float, so false advertisement!
Now I'm banished to Rayclast. I've heard the
Alright, so upon meeting your character, making your name, this is DRM, you always have to be online. Unfortunately, just like Diablo 3, but I think they do it because this is a free-to-play game. Eventually, so when you pick this game up, you really have nothing to, risk really at all. And the pay mechanics of it are not too bad. I'll actually show them to you later on here. Alright, so we're Exile, we have to pick a class and then pick leagues. This is kind of cool. So you can do standard where you just go through the game, play with other people online, and you are constantly online with other people at this point. So it's not single player, but the only places that you see other people are in the town hubs. So when you go out, your world is for you. No one can interrupt and gank you or train a bunch of monsters and get yourself killed. And then every so often, a couple of months, you have these other parameters you can go to, Domination or Nemesis, and then you can even go to Hardcore, of course, where your character will die, excuse me guys, permanently. But then they'll give you explanation. So I've been on Domination too. When I first went through this, I didn't even know this explanation was here. I kind of just clicked into it and just ran into it, so I was kind of lost. That was kind of my fault, but I feel that it kind of should force you, when you create the character, then it should take you to this screen. So you're not, when you first start playing this game, you're not going to mistakenly pick a server you're not going to want to play in. That's probably just a little nitpick, but that's something I just found that it was a little bit irksome. So Domination, monster, worship powerful shrines, tag the shrine and claim their power. When the domination ends, the character will become a center character, blah blah default, so okay. And then you can put the name down. Now, when you pick a name for that server, whichever, that name might be already taken. So yeah, don't plan on naming your character exactly what you want it to be, unfortunately. So the way I went around, I just basically made a really long name, putting two first and last names together. Let's go ahead and pick my Templar. No, let's pick my... Oh, let's pick my Templar. Yeah, this is like the only first couple of games where I actually want to play melee characters. Very few times, maybe like, I believe Dragon Age, I actually made my main character a tank and what have you. So of course this is the hub world. Apparently, well, there's not that many people here for some reason. But as you can see, it's a top-down version. You look down, you see the people, you can hit certain buttons, talk to people.
Poor
all
Nessa.
voice acted.
Not even a mother herself, and yet
And
she cares for us all.
They're not bad at all for a free-to-play title. This is not bad at all for voice acting. And as you can see the orbs of life, the orbs of mana, very Diabolish. I'm just saying, I know I will probably say this a lot, but it is just too reminiscent of it, of course. And then your belt of potions and inventory. Come on, guys. So it's like, that's not necessarily saying this is a bad thing. I actually love this inventory. Well, I didn't love it per se. It's just that it made it, you know, it was part of it. Essential part of the game that, you know, made you not just grab everything and like, I'll just grab everything and just sell it off, and like, you know, you had to, like, you know, do some manage inventory. Now a lot of people would hate that, you know, and I don't blame them, because, you know, it's like, that's the less tedious part of the game. But you guys got to remember the reason kind of why we play these games is to get loot and just get some badass loot, and then level up to get more badass loot. And then I can use that badass loot to level up and get more badass loot. And so, okay, so now the stash is shared. So this is cool. So if you find like an item that doesn't really suit your character, put it in here, and then jump on another character and you can pull it out of there. So it's shared stash. You probably will end up filling this up quickly as you go on and playing more characters, which is understandable for a lot of alcoholics. This having 3-4 tabs probably will suit me just fine, because I probably will only play those 3 characters that I have. That's only if I have enough time to even, you know, engage further into this game, what I haven't already. Guys, remember, my first shots with are just first impressions of games that I played maybe a couple hours or just jumped right into. So you have a bulletin board here, and this is where the world is connected. You can join other people's worlds and just join them like you kind of like what did with Battle.net. So, guys, free-to-play game, Diablo-esque. Get a bunch of groups together, put a notice on the board, get in there together, get in there. I love these games. I love these type of games where you can get in parties together, play, and do that epic quest to kick ass, get badass loot, and etc., etc., etc. Now, let's go ahead. Now, I picked. This is basically the main city this is the first act. I've hardly gotten to my Templar here is only level 5, I believe. I kind of forgot what the heck I was doing. All right, do options. What was it? Passive, social panel, challenge panel. Was it? No. Oh, here we go. So I gotta get here to the title island. Let's see here. Now I wish this. Okay. But it'll inform you that your ship. His ship's beach on the title island contains a medicine chest. Find it and take it back to Nessa in town. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and back over. So basically, yeah, we are all shipwrecked on this island. They basically all the exiles made a little coastal town here, and they're basically just trying to survive, and you use your powers to help them out. You know, I'm pretty sure they do have lore stones sitting around here that you can actually click on and learn more lore about the game, which is really nice. But you know, they set them in the really awkward spots. Take that. This game is bloody. What you want? Boom. Ooh. I like the attacking. It feels visceral, just like seeing that bloody chunks just fly out everywhere. You guys are good. Now they do have a weapon. You can swap weapons. They do have 2 weapon sets, just like in Diablo. Look at this. Even like the stuff you get, you know, glued out of their freaking bodies just hanging out there. What? Little bitch. So now you see the little spirits just jump out of them. So yeah, if you're looking for a serious hardcore, don't mess around bloody game, this is it for you. Another game I really liked of this genre was Torchlight 2. I really like, but that game was really on the more of the cartoonish aesthetic, and that one I really couldn't get into so much. It was cool, don't get me wrong. I actually beat that game twice. One with my, I think, Elementalist and Engineer, I believe. But seeing this game, just like this aesthetic, just like bloody. Oh my goodness, you just blow these guys up, their chests pop open. Now is that necessary? Now is that gratuitous? Is it unnecessary? I think so, for just to kind of just bring that grim aesthetic for this kind of game. You're on an island. You guys were effed. You're just trying to scrap by survive, but you know you are a powerful person that was maybe you could have been exiled here on mistake. My Templar here, he was asked to do something for the church, and he was wrongly accused. But you know he still uses his powers of valor to help these people on the island. You know, it depends on like the certain situations of what kind of message you're trying to convey for a certain game. So I don't believe that the blood in this game is all too necessary, considering the enemies that I am fighting, they're cannibals. So it makes sense to have these bodies just kind of hanging on dry meat. It's not the best, you know. But you know, these are mature games, so of course I wouldn't have your kids be playing this. Or if you're a responsible parent and if your kid does understand the difference between violence and video games in real life, then yeah, go ahead. But you know, that's discerning up to the parents. It's not up to the company. That's another whole nother thing for a different time, different topic for another day. Anyway, yeah. But so, like I was saying, I do love the aesthetic of this game. Very gruesome. I'm not really too much in the gore. Like I said, I won't watch scary movies for the gore, just more of the suspense. But here, I think it kind of fits. Oh, okay. So this is a mini boss, and I'm probably gonna get smashed here. All right. Let's go ahead and heal up. I'm gonna switch up to my Stompinator, or my Slicinator. Yeah! I slice it. It dices. It makes Julian zombies. Die! And of course, the mini bosses do drop more loot. Oh, like I said, a group smash and grab.
No beast of burden.
I am no beast of burden. So then, of course, you gotta go back into the inventory. All right. Bloop. Squish. Squish. Y'all go squish under my mighty blade of holiness. Alright, now let me go ahead and show you. Now, if you've been looking here closely onto my inventory screen, there's no gold stash here. What's that all about? Okay, with this free-to-play mechanic, this is kind of reliant on like how you interact with the community. So you can do everything by yourself, that's fine. But you know, if you interact with the community more, you can actually trade out items. They'll be on the bulletin board. I'm looking for a party to get epic loot, or what do you have to trade, or anything. It could be a little better the way they do it. But I can see why they did this system. Now you keep saying, what do you keep talking about? Alright, let's sell some stuff. But before, let's end it, you know, scrolls of identification. You click scrolls of wisdom. It can identify items. Let's check this out. Okay, so it's 14 armor, 11% to cold resist. This is 19 to evasion. I need armor, seeing I am a close range person. But energy shield plus. I'll go ahead and sell it. So let's go ahead and talk to Nessa. Sell items. We're gonna, of course, drag them over here. Okay, now no gold pops up. Scroll fragments. A stack of 5 fragments become a scroll of wisdom. So initially, your gold set is your scrolls of identification. I know that kind of sucks, seeing how you do kind of have to need them to identify items. But you know, if you train enough stuff, and then of course you have the item management to where it's like, oh my god, I can only bring back 2 stuff. And then of course the town portals cost scrolls of wisdom scrolls too. I found this very irritating to begin with, but at first I started to adapt, and because sometimes you get items that actually are kind of cool, like here, like improves the quality of armor, improves the quality of an armor piece, upgrades normal items to random rarity, and to be quite honest with you guys, I'd never found like really cool armor with the store vendors to begin with. You found all your cool armor in the field. We're killing monsters and stuff, so this kind of sets it off to where you're not like not save scumming, but keep going back and forth to see if they have a really good item in the item house, because these guys are just here just to sell off your stuff, get town portals, potions, and maybe out of that rare coincidence you'll find that really cool piece of item in the item shop. But you know, most of the time it's not really gonna be there. So I didn't, once I gave it a really good thought, I'm like, oh well, this really isn't that big of a deal. Now getting scrolls of identification and town portal scrolls, that kind of was sucky, you know, because you still need potions, what have you, and stuff like that. All right, now if you notice that, this is cool. So you can basically load up to a total of 8 skills, you know, well 7 technically, because your main attack here is going to be on your left clicker. And let's go ahead and switch over there. Okay, so I do have 2 more skills, Glacial Strike and Shockwave, and then with my sword attack I have a Flame Strike or Infernal Blow. Okay, skills are not picked up as you think they are. They're picked up by gems that will randomly drop, so actually skills will kind of drop like if they're item pieces. Now you're saying that kind of sucks, so like, wait a minute, you can get a lot of the skill gems from quest givers, so you know, it gives you that more of that feel that the quest reward is more rewarding than the fact that you get that skill after completing the quest and just, you know, getting that arbitrary amount of gold and maybe that piece of armor you're gonna just throw away maybe a couple minutes in because you found the claymore of the ass kicker off of this 2-headed squirrel you killed down the line. but also it's also cool to know that you can start getting skills maybe a little earlier than you thought you were going to. This does have flaws in it though, so let me go ahead and clear these bastards out. What you got? What you want? What you want? Nothing. That's what. Turn that back on. Where's that button again? Is it F? No. I'm trying to. Screw it. Whatever. Go high buckler. Ooh, coral ring. I don't have any rings, I don't think. Oh, I do. Wait, what does this thing do? Oh, I must have. Yeah, I automatically equipped it. Alright, let's go into a safer spot. Because yes, you can get attacked while you pause the game or while you're trying to level up. Okay. Now, with that said, so you get these gems later on. Let's go ahead and go to my inventory. You have to slot them in certain spots. So, as you can see here, this red gem, that's cool. You can take them out anytime you want. That's cool. That's what's important. So, just because you put in an item does not make it like, does not mean that gem is stuck in there permanently and you have to destroy it completely if you want to take it out. Now you see here, ground slam. It'll explain what it. Excuse me, guys. It'll explain what it does in you know, worded detail, the stats, and then a bar will basically tell you how many enemies you have to kill with it, or how many times you have to use it to level it up to where it levels up. You know, kind of like how you would spend points in your skill tree to make that skill hurt more, or you know, do more damage. So it's basically what skills do you use more, and when you use them more, they'll start to level up. All right, cool. Now they have to match the socket, so you'll see a blue one here and a red one here. Let's see, and you'll get, I believe there's red, blue, green, and yellow. Now these usually signify like which class you're kind of playing. So your more strength classes are going to be more averted to having red gems. Your more magical classes will have blue gems, and your more dexterous characters will have more green gem skills and what have you. Now this is another cool thing. Now you'll see here. This is the first thing that reminds me of a Final Fantasy game. These two, if you've played Final Fantasy VII, these two connect and you can put a support gem in with your skill gem. So let's say Ground Slam does an attack AoE. Well, let me see. Okay, go. Glacial Hammer does a single attack melee attack. Now there's gems out there that will add AoE, spread damage, increase critical damage, or make AoEs more singled and concentrated. So when but you need to connect them with these two slots here. Now I always when going back, that reminded me of materia slots in Final Fantasy against armor pieces. I thought that was a brilliant idea. That was totally cool. So that makes your guy customizable and different from most guys who say, well, I want my Glacial Slam to do an AoE damage too, because you know I'm in the front lines. I got a lot of these mother effers in my face. So doing it. So like this, so when I'm smacking them, I can be doing my Glacial Slam, and these guys will be hit everyone that's in front of me. Oops, screw this. Like, I love this skill. Bam, bam, bam. Just blows them up, blows up everybody who's in next. I love this skill. I believe this is Infernal Blow, fire attack AoE melee, but this is just by itself. Imagine if I could slot it with something that increases damage or something like that. Alright, so now you're probably saying, okay, so what's the second thing that reminds you of a Final Fantasy game? Now check this out. Now if you guys haven't heard of the skill tree, now, okay, so you're not slotting points in strength, dexterity, and wisdom, technically. And you're not slotting them as skills. What are you doing? You're putting them into passives. Now you're probably thinking, that's really boring, okay? Check this out. Alright, so each person is going to start off in their own circle. Sound familiar? Alright, so then they're going to be able to branch off into these little baubles here. Each time you get a point or a level, you'll get to slot the skill and choose a path, designing your character the way you want it. But it's still kind of fixed in its role. But when you get far enough, you can start going into other people's trees. Now you'll notice these empty circles. These are usually circles meant for like other classes. So you'll see mine is here. Blue means intelligence, red means strength, 14 means dexterity. So of course, as a Templar, it's naturally to believe that it's going to be half strength, half intelligence, and not so much in the dexterity. Now let's zoom out on this. Let's zoom out on this thing. Check this thing out. Look at all this redonkulous mess. Look at this web of deceit and what a tangled web we weave. Now, I don't know the maximum level in this game, but I believe it's got to be pretty big to make this circle, because this game touts about how massive and more customizable you can make your character into. So, of course, going into my tree, it's going to be a mixture of strength and intelligence. Now, I want to make my Templar more of a magic type melee casters, so I'm going to go into the witch's tree. So this is where the witch usually is, because of course I made a witch, I believe. Templar, witch, duelist, ranger, warrior, I believe this is. Let's see here, melee attack speed. Yeah, I think this is warrior, and this is that rogue character. And then inside the middle is the scion. The scion can basically go down any tree and basically can be open to whatever. So I'm kind of basically more doing my Templar is more into strength, two-handed damage, and then of course you'll get these bigger buffs when these bigger golden circles pop up. So it increases physical damage, two-handed weapon, and plus 20 to strength. Or I can just go into straight stats and just be, kind of a little more boring about it. Plus 10 to strength, plus 10 to strength, plus 10 to strength. Granted, that will make me a lot beefier, because I just go, shit, by the time I'm hitting level, let's see here, I can get level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. By level 6, I can have up to 50 strength. That's kind of crazy. And then go down here for shield block. Or I can go up here for intelligence. Intelligence. Increases elemental damage, so that exploding sword weapon attack will do more damage. And celestial walk or what have you. So yeah, this is I thought they made this a really cool way to make passive skills more interesting, to where it can customize your character to be more, like the way you want to play. Speaking of which, I don't want to play while intoxicated. Cheers, guys. Alright. Now, that's all said and done. You can see... so there's not really much to explain. You basically go around, complete quests, smash monsters in the face. Everyone plays uniquely, so of course the ranger would be shooting bows from afar. I get up in their face and use magic attacks. The warrior just goes in there and leaps and does a thing. And I believe he did put up totems or war banners and stuff and buff himself and allies. Now, of course, doing everything... I think everything essentially plays better with multiple people and friends, so this game would be awesome just playing with other people. Getting on those bulletin boards and making those little servers for you and your friends to play around with. Get out of that crap. Getting them fat loots, making up the weaknesses for other party members, like, because, kind of like your trifecta, the triad there that you have for most like MMOs, like the tank, this healer. There's no healing classes that, so far I can tell. I believe there are classes that can buff each other, but these Diablo type S games really weren't known for their healing type classes. I'm just weighing these guys like wheat. I am the harbinger of wheat, and you are the amber waves of grain. Come and fall to my mighty blade of holiness. I'm an idiot, I know. But yeah, I love these type of games, but Diablo 3 just couldn't catch me. I couldn't get in Diablo 3. There was something about it. Probably because, well, one thing, the whole buying in the auction house kind of defeated the whole purpose of just going out and getting the loots anyway. And the fact that you... Oh, not the mud flaps. I think I had to go to the island. But, you know... Now, the aesthetic... This game is actually pretty good looking, I gotta say. I'm going to run this at 30 frames per second. Of course, recording programs always slow and chuck down machines. You know, and you guys already know how old my system is if you keep up on my Final Fantasy videos, which I will be releasing some. Oh, hang in there, guys. But yeah, you know, a really nice aesthetic, very grim, dark, gloomy, blood everywhere, zombies. Shoot, the first guy you talk to gets his neck chewed out by a damn zombie standing right next to him. You have to fight him off. Right, he's easy, seeing as your first enemy and what have you. So yeah, everything else is very, you know, I love the architecture here with the angels, you know, the embroidery, a very subtle HP bar, the bottles, really nice to look at. The game is, it can be a little grim, grayish at sometimes. Yeah, later on times, you probably get tired of the stick. Like everything is gray, 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 gray. Oh, there's splashes of red, blood. But I did see later on sections where like you get like green Amazon jungles with exotic plants, crazy beetle-like bugs, and what have you, snow areas with yetis. And you know, it does change it up. So like here, you saw it was a dark coastal line. This is more of a coastal line in the summer or in the light. Hopefully, not everything you have to click on is a corpse. But you know, so I think hopefully it won't make you stay in one area for too long. But considering how many levels might want to obtain, I'm not sure how. Because like I said, guys, this is my first impression, so I've played about maybe 10 hours. 10 hours, yeah, because I made 3 characters and I spent a good couple hours leveling them up. Let's see here, smash the barrels. The soundtrack, if you guys have been listening to the background, really good. Voice acting, really good for a free-to-play game. No, oh, get out of there. Get out. Get out of there. Get out. Run. Charge. Feel my holy might, you unclean heathens. You must be the mini-boss. And I must be getting out of here. Run. Run away. Run away. Charge. I bet you hit him. I need to level up my accuracy. Yeah, what? I'll take that. Oh, you see that big old cluster of souls just jump out of that dude. There's a medicine chest. Alright. Copper sword. That has accuracy on it too. Tribal club. Wool shoes. Padded vest. Shining knife. Medium flask. What is that? Vine circlet? Tribal club. Oh, you want some? You saw what I did to your friend. Now the same's happened to you. Blow them up. Pop them like big fleshy pop balloons. Come on, baby. Yeah. Taste the sunshine. Oh, there's that wrecked ship, I think. Oh, cool. Take a portal scroll. Alright. Pick that up. Let's see here. Okay, now this is a free to now guys, no risk in playing this. I haven't spent a dime on this game. Not a single centavo, peso, won, woon, yen, Frankfurt, pound, or whatever. Whatever. I can't think of any more money. Whatever. The free to play store is very right there on the bar there. Most of these are like expanding your personal stash and mainly putting aesthetics on the game. So as you can see, stash, tab, bundle, extra character slots, 30. I'm not sure how many points this is equivalent to. I'm pretty sure I have to jump out of the game to actually buy more points. And then, of course, you get the force field that replaces the standard aura effect of discipline skill gem with a translucent force bubble. So yeah, so all this really does just change the way your spells look for the most count. You get some pets that don't even do anything. I would find these more attractive if they kind of like had the pet system in Torchlight 2 per se, where these pets will actually take some of that crap back for you and sell it for scraps of town portal scrolls. You know, you can, and you know, of course, most of these aren't creepy and like cutes and cuddly at all. They're like black cats, ferrets, cockroaches, scorpions, frogs, what is this? Iguanas, more cockroaches. Like, ugh. I'm like, well, something not my cup of tea. Okay, so then you have infernal weapon effects, immune weapon with seething flame. So yeah, a lot of these are just aesthetic. And when they use just aesthetic, what I'm happy to see is just aesthetic games. They're not cutting any of the main game mechanics out of the game. So, oh, you can't ride a mount. You have to pay $5 to ride a mount to make you go faster. Or town portal scrolls can only be bought with... There's a pack of 50 for $10 or anything. Everything you obtain in this game, there's no like ultimate weapon you can buy or heck, there's hardly even any quality of life things in here really, like that I can see so far. So that's good. I like that they don't do that. And so that I think you get a massive 5 character slot. That's fine for me. If you're a alcoholic that wants to have multiple alts, then yeah, you can dump. What was it, like probably like $2 or $5 in it? Not too bad, considering it's a free to play game. And you know, and they didn't really cut any corners. This feels like a $60 title, you know, without of course without the store in it. You know, that I can feel so far. Now down the line, it could totally change up its game. I don't know. I can't tell you that. So you know, guys, non-buyers beware. Free-to-play buyers beware, or free-to-players beware. But I'm probably going to be playing this on my off chance or off time, which I'm not playing any other games or trying to get back on the Final Fantasy. I will be getting back on the Final Fantasy. And heck, maybe some of you guys want to play with me. We'll try to set something up or something. I don't know. We'll get on the forums. Link to the forum is in the description below. But yeah, I'm having a really good time with this game. I'm having lots of fun, and the fact that this brings me back to my old Diablo 2 days, and like Torchlight 2, it was cool and everything. I love that, and I beat that. And Diablo 3 just failed for me. I will be giving it a try again, seeing how they are bringing some stuff back from, like they're making it darker. They are bringing the Paladin type S. So these are the lore stones I was talking about. They are being the Templar or whatever, or Crusader or whatever. And they're making it more dark and grim. They're taking out that stupid auction house and what have you. So I might be giving that another try. But for now, this is going to set me. I'm set. This is good for my kill mob A, go through crazy dark dank dungeon, get cool loot, go back and get other cooler loot. All right, so what is this? What's this? The coast, huh? Wait, look at that. They even have the freaking transparent map. I think I did this already. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to town. Town portal. So guys, yeah, if you need that Diablo fix, Path of Exile, download it. It's free. It's I have really no, besides explaining certain things like how do you use certain items.
Medicine chest.
Yeah,
this
I got
means
things.
more to us.
Okay, so cool. Excuse me, a choice. I'm gonna get this one because I did this quest already with my witch, and this was a movement increase potion, so we're gonna get that.
So,
okay, so here's another thing. So now he's giving me all these other skills that I can choose from, or skill gems. So let's see here. I can raise zombies. See, look at that. A lot of these are interchangeable too. So like the raised zombie would be more suitable for the witch. But as a Templar, I can still cast it. Now, it won't be more beneficial unless I were to go towards the intelligence side of the tree and try to infiltrate the witch's tree, that whole grid, that marble grid or whatever, and just start, maybe I'll make a zombie-raising pet necromantic Templar Who knows? Why not? It's the game's not limiting you, like, kind of in the beginning, to where it's like, this is kind of what a Templar does, but you know you can go into that witch path. It's just going to take you a little longer, and you're going to be weaker in these parts, but you know, you can still do it. But it wouldn't be advice for, like, let's say you're a marauder to try to go into the witch path, because it's way farther from your, you know, points of origin. But depending on how many points they end up giving you, yeah, you could do that. Alright, so let's see here. Heavy strike. Let's see here. Oops. So we're not going to get zombies from a Templar. Attacks enemy with forceful blow, knocking them back, requires a mace, axe, sword, or two-handed weapon. That I do have. Sweep. Swings a staff or two-handed axe or mace in a circle, knocking back some monsters. That'd be useful. Fireball. Ice Nova. Spark. I'm going to make him more... I have my witch, so I really don't want to focus on him being more casty. So I'll make him more melee. Cheers, guys. I already have that Infernal Strike, so I'm going to go ahead. But this is only for axes or maces. See, that's what sucks about that. So, two-handed staffs, or let's see here. So that does 150, reduces enemy stun threshold, knocking. Well, let's go ahead and get this. It stuns them too, instead it's just nine them on fire. And then so we'll go ahead and put it in my chest piece because it has a red slot. So now I have that skill here, heavy strike, and I can also put it here next to these weapons, to these skills here. Let's see here, where's that heavy strike? Let's see what this thing does. Let's get this quest here.
Animals don't seem to rise up after death the same as people do.
Okay, did this one. I think he wants me to go to mud flaps, and let me go ahead and sell some of these items I don't need. I kind of wish you could just right click on the items and it just go there automatically. There's another little nitpick that I have, kind of a little aggravating. Okay, I'm gonna put that. Okay, I can't move items in my inventory while I'm selling too. That's another kind of nitpicky thing that I don't like. Alright, let's go ahead and put that flask in here. This is kind of cool. The flasks do refill, which is kind of cool if you saw that. When I was getting my butt kicked. Alright, let's see what this thing is. Copper Sword of Success. Increases accuracy rating plus 2 lifeguard and kill. What does this do? Improved quality of weapon. Reforges the color of socketed item. Oh! Okay, so I can change the color of a socketed item, so this will change to either red, green, or blue. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, that's the first time I got one of those. Let's go ahead and increase the quality of this item. Alright, what did that do? I don't even know what that did. I'll have to look at the video later. Alright, but guys, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. I would totally, wholeheartedly recommend this game for anybody who is a fan of Diablo, these hack and slashers. If you guys are anyone who like those things, it's if you don't like the grim dark aesthetic, I'd probably stay away from it, because you don't like corpses hanging around, blood and guts just shooting out of bodies and what have you. Yeah, kind of stay away from this, because this game has no qualms showing you the nasty stuff. I don't believe nothing sexual like nudity or like the, I don't know, like anything would be uncomfortable sexually wise, so that should be all right. Granted, that's a whole cultural difference in itself. So, but guys, yeah, this is on Steam for free. Guys, give it a try. If you can't find it on Steam, go to the site. I'll probably put a description in the link below. I really appreciate you joining me on my return of first waypoint. Sweet. Yes, tough love indeed. All right, so cool. I found a waypoint. This first waypoint I found, I believe. Monsters that deal cold damage can freeze you. Alright, can you click on the waypoint? Yes, I can. Ha ha ha! Like Diablo waypoints, cause Diablo. Ever since I was a baby boy, Diablo used to tell me these crazy things. What? He used to tell me Mephisto was an evil man. He used to tell me he hated me. What? Well, when I got a little bit older, I realized Diablo was the crazy one. See, there you go. You got grass and trees already. Cause you don't wanna fuck with Diablo. Why? Cause Diablo will fucking kill you. Open this chest. Oh, now I get a staff. What is this? A chain belt. Ooh, I think that's my first belt. Okay. Energy shield. Cool. Branch. Oh, I forgot to check out my new skill. Okay. Oh, man, he's a pommel strike that bitch. Come on, you ugly. Get the back of that sword. What? I like that skill. Doesn't blow him up, but. Alright, well, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys want to see more of this, give me a holler in the comments below. Definitely go ahead and pick this one up. Shoot the shit with me. Tell me, hey, I want to play this game with you. That's cool too. I'll try my hardest to maybe try to get a session together, but I'm not promising anything. And thank you so much for joining me. And with my second return of the first shot with, I will probably be reviewing another games here later on this week. It'll probably be maybe once a week because, you know, I can't buy games every day. But thank you guys so much. If you guys liked your time with me, please like, subscribe, put a comment below, and as always, cheers and game on. Let's go squish some more monsters. But ho! Oh ho! I am mighty warrior! I've come to smash your face! Take that, you ugly monsters! You are an ugly disgrace! This is for... let me save this. Let me go in my summoner. Wow, that jumped my HP down real quick. It'd be funny if I died. Alright, anyway. Use that so my crit